Hey everybody, it's Christine here, and today I'm going to show you a fun technique using gesso, gelatos, and a mask. So what I've done here already is I have my piece of cardstock. I used kind of a heavyweight cardstock because we're going to be using some water and stuff on it, and I didn't want it to rip very easily. The first thing that you want to do is you want to take some gesso, and you're going to paint a layer on your cardstock. So I have completely covered my cardstock with a layer of gesso, and you're going to do that just like you would with regular acrylic paint or anything else if you haven't used gesso before. So we've done that already, and now we're going to get out our gelatos and start having some messy fun. So I'm going to take my darkest blue and I'm going to put it down along the bottom. You don't need a whole ton of it, so you don't have to worry about trying to fill in every little crevice on your paper with this. You just need to get some color on there. I'm going to overlap a little bit with my next color, and then finally one more color on top. Overlap just a tiny bit. And I've got my base now for what I'm going to do. Now comes the fun, messy part. So I'm going to spray some water on here. Just 3 little spritzes is all you need. You don't need too much. And here we go. Messy fingers. We're going to rub it all in. And as I go up, it's going to start blending the colors together. Try to get over here on my corner. Can blend in a little more at the bottom. And we've got a cool kind of watercolory looking background there. Okay, so I've washed my hands off, and now I'm going to set this aside to dry and clean off my mat here. Love the craft mat from Ranger. It is one of the best things that you can have if you're going to be working with messy inking, any kind of colorant you're using for mixed media or scrapbooking. Look at how easily that just wiped off. Love it. So, like they used to say all the time, through the magic of TV, I have here one that's already dried. And now we're going to take our mask. This is one of the Mr. Huey's masks from Studio Calico. I like how it's kind of bubbly looking, so I'm going to use that because I want to make kind of a water background here. And we're going to take a handy dandy baby wipe. Baby wipes are awesome for crafting. You can use them to wash your hands, use them in all kinds of techniques, cleaning off your desk. Love it. So what we're going to do is we've got our mask down, and we're just going to start rubbing over the mask, and it starts to lift up the gelatos. Now remember, we've let the gelato dry in between putting it on and doing this step, and that's totally okay. This is still going to lift it off. You just want to make sure that you keep your mask down kind of tight against the paper so that you don't accidentally start lifting underneath it, moving color away where you don't want to remove it. And I'm not really worrying, there's some little tiny triangles in here. I'm not really worrying about getting those perfectly. Some of them are coming up, some of them aren't. And I'm not really worrying about that because I think it's going to look cool anyway, even if I don't get every one of those. So I've now gone through, lifted the color. I'm going to lift my mask, and there it is. Very cool bubble background. Now you do want to make sure that you wash your masks off pretty quickly when you use them with things like Gelatos and Gesso and other inks and stuff. I keep a large bowl of water on my desk since I don't have a sink in my craft room, and I just kind of slip it in there, and then I can take it over to my sink and wash it off really good later. You can also use the baby wipes for cleaning off your masks if you want to. That makes it easy. Now, we've got this background. You can either let it air dry if you want, or you could use a heat gun to dry it. If you're using a heat gun on Gelatos, just don't get too close because you don't want to like burn anything, obviously. But that's how you make a background with the nifty resist technique using the Gelatos with a gesso underneath and a mask. And on my blog later, I will post a card I make using this background. So thanks for joining me again today, and I hope to see you on my blog later. Bye!